Hello everybody and welcome. Today we are doing OAA September Major Tournament casting. That's why I suited up for this and I think we want to start, right? Suit is on, game is paused, they're gonna be being ready, gonna team up, getting their strategy ready for the first duel, which is gonna start in a few seconds. I'm gonna try my best. I normally do not do casting a lot, so it's not gonna be a high professional cast, but I'm gonna try. We're gonna go on free camera. Seeing an Axe, Phoenix, Treant, Bloodseeker, and Medusa. Some heroes being based on fighting with like the Phoenix slow going onto the Axe Q, trying to slow off the Tiny and Ursa from attacking. We see Mimiko and HDL both going for the bounty runes, which was before the first duel, which is giving a money advantage. There we go into the first duel, boys. Having the DerTimo going a bit more aggressive on the high ground already. HDL coming up with the Ursa, hoping for some spins. Not getting one yet. Phoenix going in the back, using his W just to slow the attacks, dealing a lot of damage as a strong belly. 2 spins of the axe, that is tons of damage. Axe gonna drop, but MeMe is being low. That's some low team. Bloodseeker is getting the first, which is an interesting choice in the duel instead of getting the W. Necro healing up the others. Medusa sitting in the back with the Mana Snake, pulling that up. But that was a good MeMe comeback. Phoenix being like, I gotta defend this high ground. But MeMe just having no mercy, going on the Phoenix, killing that guy. MeMe going for the Ursa strat there. Like, Ursa just going from corner creep to corner creep to corner creep to corner creep. Just getting the levels because the corner creeps are giving a lot of experience, a lot of gold. That is what they're trying to. Ursa gonna be a strong and fast boss killer, getting the MeMe to team the course. But HGL knowing of that, probably trying to like make them not do that to them, trying to hold it up. We're having the anti-mage farming the high ground area, going for the easy creeps together with the necro. Sharing the high ground area, which is sharing the experience. We're having the Axe just farming the medium camps. That's what Axe does. That's just Axe life, right? Going for the creeps, farming them with the spin. He's a good farm. He can get a lot of levels early. Same as Bloodseeker. They're just going for the camps. They want the money. They want the experience to get as high in the first duel as they can. Tiny going aggressive on their side, being like, you're gonna take Tiny throwing him into the Ancients. Ancients gonna lock him dead and he's gonna die there. But that was a smart move of the Tiny player. Yeah, we have a lot of aggression fight in the middle area right here. But that's the area where the most people fight. They don't want the others to contest their farm. They gotta defend their area. So you get the other heroes like Medusa getting their farm up. Ursa already being level 4 with 1k gold. Just doing the corner creeps. That's just the strat about Ursa. That is what he is good at. Anti-mage being level 2 up there, just farming up. And they're doing it. They're doing the bottle buff. They're just throwing the bottle over somewhere else. And they can TP through the bottle. It's a not that common used tactic, but it's good. It's worth doing it. And it doesn't really take much time. Axe just farming the medium camps, being level 3 already. Gotta keep up with the Ursa being level 5, just doing the corner creeps all along. Axe not taking their corner creeps, which he should be doing. Like, Axe gaining a lot of experience and levels from that because the experience stacks up. Having the Witch Doctor fighting the Phoenix. Phoenix having the melt on him, doing a lot of damage. 2 ticks left, 1 tick left. But he's gonna survive it with 40 HP. One more thing and this guy would have been dead. Tiny coming in to stop the Bloodseeker from farm. He's like, you're not gonna farm my areas. Tossing him back into the Ancients. Ancients gonna lock him. No, Ancients not gonna lock him up. Unluckily not being thrown on the what is the name of it? On the F creep. Yeah, X going up, being like he is searching for something to farm. He can't farm the Ancients. He gotta get some creeps to farm. He should go here. Like, the side creeps not being taken by now. Necro's like, oh, they're not taken. I'm gonna take them myself then. Giving a lot of experience. But Ursa being level 6. Going for one more corner creep. And then going probably for the Roche and getting the early cores to get advantage in the boots and farming. Axe dropping to the Witch Doctor. To the Tiny. But they're not giving up. They're going for the tree and trying to get him down. Melding on him. Melding to level 1. Still not that much damage, but it is not enough. But the Witch Doctor is gonna die to the Phoenix. Trying to help the tree in right there. The other team seeing, no, their medium camp is not farmed. I'm gonna take that. While Bloodseeker's taking theirs, they're gonna take the others. Getting that money advantage. The Radiant team did not take. Tiny going in, going for the kill on the Phoenix. He's just gonna throw. Yeah, Phoenix gonna drop to the Necro. Necro going in. Ultimate the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker gonna, not gonna die. Bloodseeker having 100 HP left. X going in. X gonna fight against 3. X gonna drop down to the 3 of their team. Aggressive play by MeMe, working out for them. Remember we're having the anti-mage just farming up again. Ursa just doing the corner creeps. He should go on their corner creep side though. He's just farming their corner creeps. But they're not stacking up. So he's missing a lot of experience and money of that. Like Tiny trying getting attacked by 3. They're not having a stun yet. Taunt a second too late. Oh, what an unlucky timing for the axe. Well, Tiny escapes out of that. Richard is just getting escape, getting the runaway. Trying to get the medium camp before the enemy's gonna come in back. Axe just going for the light camp, being like, I can farm this, no problem about that. Now Bloodseeker is gonna go for the corner camp. They're gonna give a lot of experience. We're gonna look at that Bloodseeker later on. He's level 6 now, and soon he's gonna be like high level. Ursa going for the boss, doing Ursa things, getting the Fury side stacks up with the ultimate, and that is the first boss dead. There you see the upgraded arcane boost giving a big advantage by passive growth, especially in the first duel. Because the other team can't take the boss yet, but they're gonna take their medium camps. Axe is being like, that is my farm now. Trying to get away. But there has the Necro being like, you're not gonna take my money. Tiny throwing the bottle further up, trying to get it on their side of the map to get a TP point. Phoenix escaping, just trying not to die. Stun on the tree and bouncing back on the tree and bouncing back on the Phoenix. He is stunned, and that maybe that's a oh, and the duel saving them for a splint of a second though. Okay, MeMe just trying to get the upper creep, going on the axe. Axe maledicted, but axe healing up. Phoenix almost dead, having the spirits ready for not getting attacked. Tree and ultimate coming out. Ultimate on the axe. Axe not dropping. Axe dropping to the right click of the anti-mage. Phoenix coming in with the laser, and that is a one upper duel for that MeMe team. Meanwhile, the other area, MeMe trying to get the high ground advantage. You get there, and that is another kill for MeMe. MeMe back at the fighting. Julian was able to heal up a bit, and that's a counter initiation by the Dire team, going for the Tiny, which is almost there. And there's the Culling Blade killing and finishing off the Tiny. X trying to survive the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker running away from the head, almost killed him. That was a risky stop he did there. But that was the de-initiation of MeMe going back to farming. Ursa being level 9, got the core ready, got the upgraded boots. Being like he needs to farm. Same as Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage got the upgraded cleave boots. Back in his element. Not going for a battle if you're an Anti-Mage since he got the boots. A choice you can make. And meanwhile, DerTimo was like, okay, they did the boss, we can do this too. Clumping up the team for the Roshan, getting the core 2, getting the upgraded boots. Doing as a team as it is supposed to do, just like getting the team power, as together you're strong, and they know that they can take the boss fast, and that's what we're gonna do. Meanwhile, the Radiant team is going for the second boss. Ursa going for the heart, got a tank up. He does not want to die to the Necro, I suppose. And there we go. Yeah, Necro just going back at the medium cap. Meanwhile, they got the upgraded boost. They're like, okay, we can take the Ancients. Getting the cleave going. Anti-Mage with the Manta Star having a lot of farming potential at that because the creeps are attacking his illusion. Tiny not going for the creep wrap to get the combo most stable. The bottle still standing there. Dire team knows that they are doing the Ancients. They gotta interrupt them. They gotta like go in, take their farm, but they are not able to. Taunt by the axe, but Ursa got a Fury swipe him down. Phoenix Egg coming out. More W on the Ursa, not giving him the attack speed he needs. Laser going on the Ursa. Ursa gonna drop. Tiny coming in the back, trying to get the tree and throwing tree back to get out alive. Ultimate on the axe. Axe gonna make it out, but Bloodseeker saving with the rupture. Bloodseeker taking down the Anti-Mage. Going for the Witch Doctor, getting thrown back by the Tiny. Now he can't decide. He's going for the Tiny. And that is the death. He's still having the vision. No, he's not having the vision on the Witch Doctor more, so he is going back. That cast going onto those heroes, finishing off the Phoenix with the Reaper Scythe. That's a kill for the Necrolite. Meanwhile, Dusek just being farming up, getting tanky, getting the Eye of Skadi going, getting the mana for the mana shield. Soon when she got that skill, she's gonna have the mana to survive some ganks. Yeah, anti-damage going back on the corner creeps. Having the Phoenix trying to interrupt the Tiny's farm on their side of the map. That's a risky play by Tiny, but he is able to do it. Bloodseeker coming in from the top, activating Blight Pass, so he cannot get attacked by the Tiny. And Tiny is dropping down to the Dire team. But that is a free camp for the Tiny and the death for the Tiny as well. So he got more out of that than he lost. Ursa meanwhile taking the big camp, which has not been taken yet. Being farmed up with the cleave. That's easy for him. Having the heart in his backpack, so he's not gonna die to creeps by now anymore. I mean, we have the Aghanims on the Necrolite to get that cooldown reduction. A 30-second cooldown on Necrolite is gonna be essential. Gonna be pretty strong, especially like against heroes like Bloodseeker who are healing, getting a lot of damage. Tiny trying to interrupt the bossing, blinking up there. Not having his team behind himself. Getting chased by the Bloodseeker, activating the Shrine to heal up. Getting back up from the Anti-Mage. Ultimate by the Necrolite going on the 3-3 dropping down to the Radiant team. That was a fine counter initiation by the team MeMe against team HTL. X going for the corner creeps now, needing the money and the HP. And that was one hit to finish it off. That was a poor corner creep there, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Dire team finally going for the Ancient, but they saw that Witchlock seeing that, yo, you're not going for the Ancient, putting a cask on that Maledict and Ultimate. She's having a mana skill, so she should not die, but she's not activating it. Now she is. Yeah, she's not getting any damage anymore. Anti-Mage jumping in, getting rooted, killed, and Phoenix gonna drop him down. Meanwhile, they're taking the Ancients for them. Bloodseeker coming in, Necrolite, getting stunned by the cast. Necrolite waiting for his ultimate, 5 seconds on that cooldown. Stunned by the Tiny. Ursa going on Necrolite, and Necrolite is having the ultimate dead. Phoenix getting to the Ancients. Meanwhile, Dusa trying to get the farm as much for the Ancients as they can instead of fighting them. That is the right choice to make. Tiny throwing in the Witch Doctor, but he is gonna drop down to the ultimate of Axe. Axe gonna get initiated by the Axe, and Axe gonna initiate by the Anti-Mage, I'm sorry. Thrown back by the Tiny. He's gonna make that alive. He is tanky. He's not gonna die to that. 24 to 10 in killing by for Team MeMe. Ursa going back on the Tiny. Tiny almost being out of mana. Tiny may fall. And Mana Snake? Yeah, Tiny's gonna... Oh man, Mana Snake going for the duo. That is gonna be some damage if they position badly. Axe being ready to jump in, having the Blade Mail ready, having the Taunt ready. Mana Snake should come in any second. Anti-Mage and Ursa going for the Medusa. Medusa is gonna drop. Ultimate of Necro on the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker almost dead. Gonna make it alive by the heal. No, he is not. Phoenix being in the back, trying to heal up the Axe for tanking off that, but sadly, not. Dual saving the Tiny actually. Mana Snake not continuing on him anymore. Getting healed by the Witch Doctor. Meanwhile, Axe jumping the Ursa. Ursa gonna drop down to Phoenix and Medusa. Bloodseeker not giving up on that. He saw blood. He wants more of that. Going for the Necrolite. And there he's gonna go for the Anti-Mage. Counter initiate. You're helping his teammate get out alive. That makes the Necro being safe. That's a one fight for Team MeMe. That was a nice de-escalation play by them. Team Dire knows we gotta keep up with them. We gotta do bosses. So, Axe pinging the Roshan being his team to get the course, get the disadvantage going. Like, reduce the disadvantage, get the... Yeah, that's just the Roshan. Roshan's gonna drop fast. Meanwhile, Phoenix and User trying to get the farm going. Ursa is just being like Ursa. He's going for the strat. Just doing boss by boss, trying to get the advantage on the course. But they know, they have the wards, that they know that they are doing the bosses. They're gonna be a small play interrupting them, having the ward, having this link on the tree and in a second ready. X jumping in with the call. Meanwhile, Phoenix Axe to not get killed. Axe being ultimate, but Necro not gonna kill him off with the ultimate. Phoenix ultimate is off. Bloodseeker going on to the Anti-Mage. And that is almost dead. Bloodseeker trying to retreat. Getting him with the Rupture. Anti-Mage trying to Rupture of Bloodseeker. But that, they MeMe won that fight. They're going back for the boss. They're not leveling that off. Meanwhile, having the Dusa down there trying to get the farm and the fighting Mule. She knows she can't do anything alone, so she is gonna farm meanwhile. Hey, waiting for the X to jump in. X not having the blink ready though. So he's gonna get the X blink 2 seconds. Having the taunt ready, trying to save the Medusa. Medusa is attacked by the anti-mage illusion. Anti-mage not having the ultimate, but they got the core. MeMe getting the fight over the core down. Ultimate on the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker gonna die. Ursa almost dead, but he's gonna get the escape with the ultimate, reducing the damage. Meanwhile, Necro was taking out the Axe. Phoenix almost at the base side, but Anti playing in front of him, not letting him escape there, and that is a flat Phoenix too. And now a one fight for Team MeMe, 39 to 13 by now, ladies and gentlemen. They got that boss, and they know we gotta get those capture points. Team MeMe going for their own, not trying to contest theirs by now. But they should. Like, they have a big advantage. They won the fight, but they should attack the other capture point. That's gonna be a fight over the capture point. Tiny going in onto that. Being like Axe taunting the Tiny being killed by Axe, and Bloodseeker dropping down. Ultimate of Necro and Medusa. Medusa, when they're getting the ultimate out, trying to get the stone on the Ursa. Ursa not able to move. Bloodseeker getting the silence onto the middle of the field. Killing the Necrophos together with Axe help. Ursa dropping down to them. That is a one fight by the Dire team. Anti-mage not getting out. Bloodseeker is just too strong. Tiny tried to help the anti-mage. He knows he cannot do anything himself. Dire team getting their core going. Yeah, anti-mage knows he needs the farm. He's going back. He wants the second Scotty. One for the HP, one for the blade to reduce the HP region of the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker back to farming up. He needs the level 20 for the life steal to actually heal while attacking, not just at the kill. Yeah, he went for the life steal talent just as expected. Same as Treant, we're having a Treant level 16 using the ultimate to scout the map, trying then not to have the cores. Meanwhile, Ursa going for their bottom tier 1 boss. Axe placing war, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know the Ursa being up to taking the bosses. But Team Dire trying to get their bosses back. Going for a 5-man boss at the mid bottom. Meanwhile, Ursa. Ursa is not going for the other boss. He's just going for the core. He needs the money experience. He knows he's falling back on that. Having the Witch Doctor, having the Lucians. An interesting item choice. Regening his team HP while being near. Oh, a scan on the Dire team. They know that they are doing the boss, but they are too late. They got the Dire boss. Getting this level 2 blink with 1.4k range on the Axe. And Anti-Mage is like, you know guys, don't go there. That is a waste of time. They got the core. We don't have any reason to fight. 42 to 19. Axe initiating with creeps, getting a lot of spins. But Ursa using ultimate, not getting any damage while the spin. But ultimate is over. Bloodseeker coming in, killing the Ursa. Ursa is going to drop. Necro trying to get something in, but he disengaged that. Final duel 5v5 back in the fight. Ursa having the W ready, so the other gets on cooldown. Medusa ultimate already trying to get the stun off to get the damage, but he's not gonna get that. Anti-mage jumping in on the Axe, trying to save his mana, but that is not working. Bloodseeker almost dead. Ultimate on the Bloodseeker, Axe both dropping down the tank, and their right click are done. Meanwhile, Anti-mage taking down the Medusa, taking her mana. Medusa being out of mana. Tiny jumping in, trying to lift that up. And there's a dead Tiny. We have the Phoenix staying in the back. Ursa going on the Medusa. Meanwhile, they're all almost dead. It's Necro versus 3. Necro healing up, meanwhile killing a double kill. Medusa being out of mana, Necro coming in, almost full HP, full mana. And that is a dead Medusa. That was a nice comeback from the Necro for Team MeMe. Now back to farming we go. But that is an interesting choice. Like the Dire raiding team is pretty strong, especially Necro. Going for a full ultimate base team. He's not going for tank. He's like, for tank we got the Ursa. I don't need to tank up. So he's just going for the E-blade. Not going upgraded boots though. Like you see him having not just the normal mana boost, not going for the passive GPM. I guess he wants some right click. Like he wants the farm job from killing creeps. Team Dire going for the boss. Their team Radiant knows they want to contest that core. They don't want them to have enough core. Throwing in the Necrolite. Necrolite going in with the W, not getting attacked by right click. But meanwhile, Phoenix going down, going to stun the Necrolite. Necrolite being stunned right next to him. Tiny being stunned. Anti-Mage jumping in from the back, going to Medusa, trying to get her mana off. Being a good target for the ultimate. And that is the ultimate Medusa, dropping almost the whole team dead. Trian dying to the... No, Trian is fine. He's trying to get the passive invis from the trees. And he gets that. But that core goes to Team Radiant. That was a nice fight. Nice initiation. Nice stealing of the core from their side of the map. Yeah, they're gonna go for more. Like MeMe, they took overhand. They know that they are stronger right now. They want to have that advantage. Having the bottle probably placed somewhere too already nearby. I don't know. Just don't see it right now. Having the anti-mage going in on the Medusa again. Medusa ultimate. Medusa dropping down to the anti-mage. Axe jumping in on the anti-mage, but just the illusion. She's just getting the illusion. Only a mana drain. Nothing else he can get out of that. Ursa getting a W. Ready, waiting for them to come up. They're going on the Axe, whose tank is targeted on the team. Trying to get him down with the Fury Swipe. Meanwhile, Tiny trying to save the Ursa. That worked out. Ruptured Ursa getting away from there, not being an attackable target anymore. Tiny staying in. Oh, Tiny trying to aggro the boss to help them fight. Toss Tiny combo, getting the Ursa safe again. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage jumping the Medusa again. Neko killing the Phoenix in the back line just from uphill, not letting them have that. Tiny saving out the teammate, not being being taunted by the Axe. A well played save by the Tiny. That was a fight. Both teams didn't get much out of it, just kills. But Radiant teams, though they're stronger, they want to get to the final duel way faster than the Dire team wants to. And another scan coming out by the Radiant team. They know that they're going to do for now boss, so they're going to contest again. They worked once, so they're like, okay, we can do this again. Waiting for the Tiny to come in. Necro and Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage trapping himself with a blink into the trees. That's going to be in disadvantage. Meanwhile, Ursa jumping in on the Radiant team. Phoenix pulling in the Ursa. No, Phoenix pulling the ultimate off with the Axe. Axe being full HP again, not being low by the Ursa. Meanwhile, Axe out taunting the Ursa. Anti-Mage jumping in on the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker getting ultimate by the Necrolite. Necrolite having the mana. Almost mana drained by the Medusa. Anti-Mage gonna take that advantage, not having the ultimate ready. But there's an Axe coming back and Anti-Mage is gonna blow him up with the mana he has. Yeah, Anti-Mage got in a way scary position just to take out their mana. And they have a lot of mana. Like, you see the Medusa, she has a... You see the Phoenix, okay, they all have like a really low mana pool. But that is enough for an Anti-Mage, you see. 1.2 damage per mana. They have 2k mana. That's 2.6k damage about. And you don't want that. Oh, if Necrolite getting picked off by the Dire team. Actually, X saving the Necrolite, not getting him onto this platform, so he's still down there. X ultimate missing on Necrolite. Necrolite getting a W, so he cannot get right click. Medusa just right clicking the other team of the MeMe. Getting the passive split shots. Nice try by the MeMe to get the ultimate and the Phoenix, taking him down with him. He's not gonna die alone, but he is. That was a team fight for HGL without any collision. That is what a good team fight is to be about. Anti-Mage going back for the Ancients. Meanwhile, Tiny knows there's a treant and he does not want his experience to be stoned. Yeah, Tiny got the free toss charges with no toss required. He's just a savior. He's the savior of the people. They know where they want to go. They want to go this half circle, take that boss, going all over there. They got the Ursa. They know they can do that. Like, we have the Reaver. Ursa can take those bosses alone. But team's gonna help him, of course. We're gonna go back to a duel. Necro, Ursa, and Tiny. Against the Axe. No right click on that side of the team. Phoenix coming in, taking the Axe with him. That was a mistake by the Phoenix. Now he's gonna get shredded by the Axe. Axe coming down, not getting the kill off by the Ursa. Halberd going on. And there's a pause. The Tiny disconnected. Look at that. Tiny being up in the duel, being disconnected. Meanwhile, we have the Axe taunting the Ursa. Being Halberd not attack the not attack the axe, not get any fear swaps on him. On the other duel, we have the Medusa fighting off against the anti-mage. And anti-mage, that doesn't look good. He is ruptured. He is ruptured. He's AF scarred. Medusa dealing a lot of damage, especially with the life steal crit. That's gonna keep her alive for some time. And anti-mage having a life steal too, that's gonna be a healing up battle at the top duel area. We're having the Phoenix trying to burst down the Ursa with the laser beam, getting the percentage damage gun, because they know they don't have right click at the bottom, at the right side of the area, so they need to get it through pure damage, I think. Meanwhile, we're having the Treant sitting back, having the ultimate used. Do not get the Necro too close to them, not get him his ultimate off probably. That's gonna be an interesting fight on both dual areas. There is no fight which is actually not interesting. It's a disadvantage on kills by 32, but Team Dire is keeping up with the fights amazingly. They're taking the fights which they lost before. They're getting a comeback going. I still see a big chance for both teams to get this back home. Moving up to the round 3. We're having the 3 and actually warding. Warding, a lot of people think like warding is not important in OAA, but it is. Like, if you don't start warding and get the vision you need, you're just not gonna get anything done. Like, vision is the A and O of OAA. And there we have the Tiny reconnecting. Tiny being like, oops, he is connected. Both ready, unpaused going on. And Tiny being ready to jump in, getting the stun. Not having the blink ready, but having throw a Necro ultimate, killing down the Phoenix, killing that. Meanwhile, Dusa dropping to the both people with the maledict and stun. Treant being the only one left alive, but they know there's a Treant hiding in the trees. They just want to destroy the trees on the map. Not giving Treant any chance to hide anymore. Meanwhile, Necroforce is just, he knows he can't do much. They're getting sentries, like Ursa putting out its Aghanims off the inventory into the stash, getting the sentry, placing it everywhere, not letting the Treants be unseen anywhere they go. Treant trying to hide it, but and they found him. Necro Q gonna go on to that. And the blink out in the last second of the attack. But here he got detected. And ultimate coming off the Necro, and that's dead. Treant. Meanwhile, DerTimo going for more bosses. They know they need the cores. They're gonna head off. We have an axe with 2 hearts. One probably for a Regen Crystal. Trying to tank up more and more to stand the Ursa's attacks. Meanwhile, the Radiant team just taking down a tier 2 boss. That is their core. Medusa not helping the boss team. She wants the money. She needs the money. She needs the experience and the damage on the Q and the ultimate. She needs to be a good right clicker for her team. Not having a butterfly an interesting choice, because none of them have an MKB. And that they have right click. Their team is purely right click, but the Necrolite actually. And Necrolite not focusing her. It's the anti-mage killing her. Getting the Dragonlance, maxing out that. That's an interesting item build of her. Then we have the Phoenix, yeah, of course, with the Shiva's Veil. That's here going an interesting item build himself, though, with the BKB Lincolns. He's going pretty passive. He's just taking up. He is not wanting to die there. BKB Lincolns and Heart. This guy is some serious problem, like in tanking management. Yeah, but MeMe on the other side having the Tiny with a Dragonlance, probably going for the Giant form. Tiny going for the Giant form. It seems like. That would be an interesting item to see on the Tiny though. You barely see that. Anti-mage going for like a tank damaging build. Gain the Abyssal Blade.
'Tis mine.
Okay, they're going for more. Radiant team knows they need the bosses. And they gonna go it after Ursa. They have an anti-mage. They have a lot of right click potential right there. But they have a ward. They know. Even being invisible, but they see the tree and the Phoenix climbing up down there. An initiation from Tiny on the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker popping speaking. Phoenix putting the Bloodseeker into the egg. Oh, that may have been a mistake. Not getting damage. Bloodseeker coming back out. Rupturing the Necrophos. Necrophos dropping down to the Axe ultimate. Actually rupturing the anti-mage. But anti-mage using satanic healing up. Having the rupture on him so he cannot get out there. Ursa meanwhile taking the point. Their team is focusing on the anti-mage so hard. Going back on top. Only Ursa and Witch are taking, but Witch are taking the cover they fought down there. They got what they wanted of that fight. Phoenix at the back, blowing up the laser, going for the Necrophos. Necrophos trying to escape that, getting the escape, getting W and Q healing up himself. Medusa taking the back, just right-clicking, that's what she can do, that's what the hero is about. Meanwhile, 3 and ultimate coming out, but a second too late for the Medusa to escape. Throwing back the Phoenix into their own.
It was an act of charity.
Oh god, this game is full of fighting. Tiny throwing back the axe. And they're going more. They're going ham on those bosses. They want those bosses all along. They're not giving them any chance to come back on the bosses. Team Die knows. They know they're up there. They know they want the boss. And they know they have to do something against that. Trying to get them slowed the attack with the W. X jumping in with the Blightmare. And our Tiny's just throwing him out. Him and the Ursa. Ursa being a solo 1v1 against the Axe and taking him down.
That was unreal.
Meanwhile, having the anti-mage going to Dusa using the satanic to heal up. Anti-mage still having the satanic ready. Meanwhile, Necrolite ultimate used on the Phoenix. Anti-mage being back in the fight, going for the Phoenix, does not want him to have an escape again. That's now a 1-5 for Team MeMe against Team HLF. But HLF not giving up on it, they want the core. Phoenix not gonna dive in, losing the core to the Team MeMe. Another 1-5 for them. Putting Team HLF for an even more disadvantage the whole time. But incredibly, they're not building watchtowers. They have an overcore. They have too many cores, not building a watchtower. Watchtowers are important, they give you a lot of vision, especially if you're going for their side of the bosses. But Team Radiant still having the chance. They know they're going for the bosses. They're doing well on that. They know when to go for bosses. You lose a fight, you go for your own bosses. Try to get the secure bosses, get the cores, get back into the game with the cores you have. Even though they only have like melee carries going for the ogre, which makes it a bit harder. Ursa going for the ancients, trying to get the level 50 as soon as possible. And seconds for the last dude. Sorry if I like do that sometimes. I'm just pretty tired. It's like pretty early, late I stood up. And pretty late I went to bed though. Ultimate into Ursa, but Ursa not giving a fuck about the rupture. Ursa just going back in the high ground, trying to get trying to get out of the range. Anti-mage jumping in the Medusa, getting told by the axe. Meanwhile, Medusa hitting the anti-mage. Anti-mage getting satanic off, maybe able to get healing up. Anti-mage healing up, stealing a mana of the Ursa, but ultimating someone who is almost full mana. That was a misclick by anti-mage probably. Anti-mage going for the Dusa dropping down to anti-mage Ursa. That is some right click they cannot stand a chance against. Bloodseeker going down to those. This dude too. That is a duo of doom, I tell you people. And Axe has to go up there. He needs to go. Axe trying to get the taunt up, but he's not getting off. Being melted by the Ursa. That's a death for the Axe. 93 to 36. Only 7 core kills missing for the final boss, final duel to be started. Meanwhile, Team Radiant trying to go for an Alchemist. Alchemist is known as one of the most scary bosses because he can deal a lot of damage with like those two abilities. They are strong. You don't want to fight them while those are around. If he drops those balls, you want to run. The Ogre almost being dead by Team Dire to be killed, getting a tier 3 core which they need. And that is the tier 3 core for the Radiant team. Team MeMe getting the Aghanim's on the Ursula for getting the both talents, getting the Fury Swipe damage, 16 additional Fury damage per hit is gonna be a lot to burn down the Medusa. And the axe. And there comes the raiding team to the Dire, to the Lycan. The Lycan, a really scary boss to fight. The Rupture and the quick attacks make him pretty scary, but Dire team knows they gotta keep up with bosses. Going for the tier 2 bosses. Yeah, they have a lack, of course, if you look at that. Those are all missing cores they need to get. And they gotta get that tier 3 with the tier 2 cores. Or tier 2 with the tier 3 cores. And that is what the strategy of Team Radiant is about. That is what Ursa can do. Yeah, you see the power of the Ursa. Medusa trying to ultimate and kill the Lycan, not the ultimate, I'm sorry, just to kill the Lycan herself. But she underestimated that guy pretty hard. Meanwhile, Trian trying to get farm. And it's just like, you team, you go in. If you don't go in yourself, I'm gonna force you in back there. Oh, they want the Phoenix. And there goes the courier of the Team Radiant, killed by the Trian Protector, that side of the game. That is the first courier kill I've seen in this tournament, ladies and gentlemen. That is something special with Team HLF. Tiny with the giant form coming in. Having a slow movement speed, but being a big tiny as he is supposed to be, you know. Capturing another tier 3 boss for Team Radiant. And Team Dire seeing themselves in a pretty hard position right there. Throwing back the Medusa into the row of the Radiant team. Having the Necrophos ultimate to stand him in place. Medusa using the Satanic healing up against the Ursa. Ursa taking against 3 people at the same time. But Ursa not getting any damage because of the ultimate. Having the Satanic ready. Bloodseeker trying to get back off the fight. Getting back in. Axe jumping back into the fight. Not having the taunt because everyone is BK beat. There's a lot of damage coming in from the attribute to ultimate. And there is gonna drop that Axe and Medusa. Only the Trian left alive in the fight. Trian going back on the Necro. And the Witch Doctor not trying to kill. And there goes the Witch Doctor. They actually got a kill out of that. And that is an egg outside of duo. How's that going? Yeah. That's a anti-witch jumping in the Medusa in the backline, trying to get her mana to get the ultimate. Necrophos using the ultimate Bloodseeker, which is having the Lincoln Sphere active, not getting the blood ultimate off. Medusa sitting in the back, getting her attacks off. Meanwhile, Antimate is just like, I'm gonna fight you, killing the Medusa with the ultimate because she is not having mana. Trian getting shown, Trian getting killed. Now Axe thrown back into the roll of time. 1v5 Axe, there's not a chance for him. And that is the game. And that was a ranked. And that going for the team MeMe. MeMe going into round 13. Well played, MeMe, and you're in round 3. I hope you enjoyed that video, and goodbye everybody. Tell me what you like about the cast, what I can improve. That was the first cast I ever made, so don't be too hard on me, please.